Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something.
Hi there, and welcome back to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next, and if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. So, this is part 2 of our impromptu ECM repair. I wasn't expecting to have to do this, but here we are. So, we're going to knock it out of the park here and get it done. I have to apologize, part 1, and I did say in my defense it was quick and dirty, but I didn't quite get some of the settings right, so some of my close-ups and didn't look so good. So, but anyhow, we're back. Got my components finally, and we are going back with a slightly higher voltage rating in the hopes that we'll hold up a little better, longer. And the other thing too, the first part of the video, I wasn't able to get a very good picture of the label on this ECM. That was the label that was on the ECM. It was kind of washed out in the first part of the video, and you can see where the remanufacture date is and all that, but it doesn't tell us anything about whether it's the A9L or the A9P or whatever it is, the two ECM codes that they used in the Mustangs for that year. So we've got that, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up of the components here. So these are our 47 microfarad. Now you'll notice that they're considerably larger than the ones that I pulled off the board, and that's because of their voltage rating. These are rated at 250 volts, whereas the other ones were like 16 volts. Now with a capacitor like this, you can go up on the voltage rating. It's just that the rating of the capacitor itself needs to be the same. So that'll make it a little more robust. And as long as you have enough room on the system board, then you're okay, or circuit board. And then these are the 10 microfarad. And these are also high frequency. I didn't actually have to have them, but they're again just a higher quality capacitor. And then if we come over here and look at the ones we pulled off the board, you can see that they are pretty buggered up there. Where the electrolyte started leaking out of them, and it just corroded the legs until they broke. So that one in the middle there, that was the only one that was probably still functioning in any sense of the word. So all right, so let's get started here on getting our new caps soldered in here. We need one of the 10 microfarad and 2 of the 47s. When we go to put these in, our negative leg on the capacitor, and you can tell because it's identified with a stripe on the side, has to face this side of the board. We know that from when we took them out before. So we will insert our capacitor in here. This is our 10 microfarad up top here, and then our 247s will go down here. What I always do is kind of bend these legs a little bit just to make sure that they stay put where I want them. Let's get our other one in position here. Okay, we'll use a very fine solder. You are working with very small components here. All right, so I've got the computer back in, and I found some other nitnoid little things that I was checking on, and we ended up putting an idle air control motor in it. You have to remember when my friend's son got this car, or my friend got the car and I guess gave it or sold it to his son, whatever. You know, the car had been sitting for an incredibly long time, and they knew nothing about its history. They knew nothing about how well it ran. As you can see, and I'll do a little walk around of the car. Cosmetically, it's pretty rough, but it's a good project for the kid to work on, like a restoration or rest-a-mod or whatever he ends up doing with it, and bringing it back to life. Because, you know, these old Fox bodies, they were cool cars back in the day. I mean, you know, Vanilla Ice drove one, you know, cruising in his 5.0. But anyway, let's fire this thing up. Well, I'd say we're done with this one. So You know, it's running and idling a lot smoother. Idle's more stable, and with those bad capacitors in the ECM, you know, they'll just cause any manner of weirdness to happen. So now that we got that out of the way, he ought to be set to go for a good while. So anyhow, thanks for watching. If you like what you see on my channel, please subscribe. It's what kind of pays the bills around here now. And if you have any questions or there's anything I can help you with, you feel free to reach out to me at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com, or check out my website, www.MacGyversWorkshop.com. See you next time.